Okay, I think that we are now live. If someone can PM me and make sure that you are seeing this live recording, that would be great. And we'll get started once I get confirmation. Okay. Okay, oh, y'all, so you can see me? Y'all comment on the training call message that everybody's commenting on if you can see me. Okay, I think that we are now live. Okay. If someone can PM me and make sure that you are seeing this live recording, that would be great. Okay, so I'm learning that there is quite a delay. We are learning this together. So there is probably a 45-second delay, if not a minute delay. So if you see me just kind of looking around the screen, it's because nobody was telling me that you were here yet because you hadn't heard me ask you that question yet. So we are going to go ahead and get started, and everybody cross your fingers that Google Hangout works for us tonight. Okay, so welcome to our March team meeting for Team Firefly. Thank you all for coming. I want to first talk about some March news, and then we're going to do a catalog walk and review. And then we're going to do a little bit of a Scentsy 101 for our 20 new Fireflies that joined us this month. I'm hearing lots of dings behind this screen, so I think you're all telling me that you can hear me live, so that is good news. So we did something correct. Okay, so there is a lot to cover, so I'm going to talk a little bit faster than normal to make sure that we get through it all. Okay, first I want to let you know okay, yep, husband just showed me that you're all telling me that you are live. Okay, so want to talk a little bit about March news first. Now, we had something really big happen today in Scentsy land, and that is that we opened up in New Zealand. So it's really exciting. What's exciting about that especially is that it's so close to Australia, and as you all know, we had the biggest launch in history in Australia, and they are just still on fire, and they've just been open for a little over a year now, and so we are really excited to open in that country because we feel like the launch is going to be just as good. And we now are in 11 countries. So if you don't know, I'm going to look at my list real quick here. I bet I could remember them. We are in now New Zealand as of today. We're in Australia. We're also in United States and Canada and Mexico. That's region 1. And then region 2 is more of our European countries. So we've got the UK, France, Ireland, Spain, and Austria and Germany in region 2. And then region 3 is Australia and New Zealand, and those are broken up by geography, so by geographical regions. And then our region 3 will be in the autumn catalog as we are going into our spring and summer catalog because they're down under. But we are going to talk about the US catalog specifically today. Also want to let you know that our new buddies that have just became available last week are Ruby the Rhino and also Nile the Crocodile. Both really cute. We still do have Bunny the Bear available. And we usually will only have 2 available at a time. So that means that Bunny Bear is going to be really low on stock. So any day it's going to be gone. So make sure that you order him if you need him for an Easter basket. So we have a brand new catalog this month. So last month was our transition month, which means that we're transitioning from our fall and winter to our spring and our summer catalog. And so many of you have joined us in February, and you might have a whole bunch of new testers and catalogs, and there may be some stuff that you can't use anymore that was fall. So I'm going to tell you what to do with those when we get to the catalog section. And then I also want you to do something for me. Hopefully you all have one of these catalogs. And if you do, I want you to go ahead and write master on it. And as we go through the call today, I want you to use that master catalog as your catalog that you're going to use to reference. You can make notes in it. I also want you to do what I've done with mine. This is from last season, and I've flagged all of the pages. This makes it really easy for you at parties, so you can just quick reference and go right to the pages, and then you have all of your notes within. This is going to be really good and really essential for you, especially if you are a brand new consultant. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into the catalog. Now with that catalog, or with your new kit, you received, if you're new, this catalog and this catalog. Now this catalog was for the fall and winter, of course, and so it is no longer a current catalog. But what you can do is on that catalog, you can put a little sticker and you can say something like, this is an old catalog, but you can contact me for a brand new one. And you can say something cute like, though this catalog may be old, look inside and you'll be sold. You can get a new catalog for free. All you have to do is text me and then give your text information, and you can leave those everywhere. If you eat at a restaurant, if you have a coffee at Starbucks, if there's a magazine stand, a doctor's office, wherever you go, just leave those around. You don't want to trash them. You can still get your information out there. And then you're also going to have this one. And forgive me, you know, I've got a 2 and a 4-year-old, so you probably hear them in the background, and maybe some dogs too. Maybe even a husband, I don't know. But that's what we do. We're stay-at-home moms, a lot of us. And so living the life. Okay, so let's go through the catalog, shall we? So this is my master. So we have seen this front cover for about a month now, and we've been really excited about it, but we have to remember that this is the very first time that our customers have seen this, and they are really excited about it because 3 of our most beautiful warmers are right here on the front. I'm going to tilt this down a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to open up the catalog and show you what you're seeing. So this is a letter from Heidi. Heidi is co-owner of Scentsy with her husband, Orville. They have 5 kids, and July marked 10 years that Scentsy has been a company. So a lot of these kids have grown up with Scentsy, and you can see how they've grown in each catalog. Now, a lot of consultants really connect with Heidi, so I love that the letter is specifically from her. And because many of you are new, I'm going to read the Scentsy mission to you. It's amazing to me that a company can write a mission statement on their very first drive to meet with the very first potential consultants, and it still be so true today. It says, to bring value to the world by providing an industry-leading, family-friendly business opportunity, selling creative, artistic, high-quality products that warm the heart, enliven the senses, and inspire the soul. Love it. Okay, so this catalog is set up completely different from any catalog we've ever had. And I watched a video today from the people at our home office who are global design directors that put together this catalog and how much work went into it. And as always, I'm really amazed. Okay, so this is Dawn. And how we have done this, if they have set this up as the journey through the day that you would take with Scentsy. So first is going to be Dawn. Now this one has the warmers that are really kind of give you that essence of Dawn, and also scent suggestions that also help you really kind of go through that journey throughout the day in those different times of the day. So let's talk about the warmers specifically. So this one is an element warmer. It's called Goldsmith. It's an element warmer, but it's deluxe in price. So if you have your master catalog, I want you to jot that down. So element warmer, deluxe in price, meaning you only can put it in a deluxe combo. Next, this one is our parlor warmer with the Edison bulb that's really popular, of course. It's so on point with design, and it's going to be one of our most popular warmers ever. This one is actually a lampshade warmer. So you can put it in a combo and get it for discounted. And you can also use it with Hostess rewards as well, or even Hostess credit. But you have to use the lampshade whenever you are entering it in, or whenever you are putting it in a combo. Also, a lot of these metallics are very contemporary and modern. You're going to see a lot of metallics in design. You're going to see it in fashion. You're going to start seeing it all over. We are on the very cutting edge of the trends. So it'll be really fun to start seeing all of these come into play. Okay, now these warmers are all priced on size, or not priced on size, they're priced on design. And we have warmers now that range from $20 to $55. So I'm going to show you the $55 one in a bit. But we have a big selection for our customers. Okay, so we're going to still staying in Dawn here, and there are some additional warmers that aren't highlighted really big because they're not our brand new warmers for the most part. And they are going to be noted right here. I am stuttering a little bit because I have a 2-year-old that just got out of bed. So we might have to call Daddy in a minute. Don't mind if I do that? Okay, just a second. Hey, Daddy. Sorry. Dada. Okay, so in Dawn, we also have our Bali warmer. Now, this Bali warmer was inspired by an incentive trip that Region 3, Australia, went on. And so it is got some of the finishes in that Buddha style that's really beautiful. Now, it is a 3-piece warmer, and the holes are just in the back for the light. So there's no light coming out the front. It's just coming out the back. And you leave this hat on, if you will, on the warmer, and the tray is just nestled down underneath. Okay, there also is going to be some recommended additional fragrances here. You're going to see a couple of the new brand new fragrances: Coconut Cotton, Sunburst Blooms. Those are fragrances that help you to sort of wake up in the morning and give you that bright and sunshiny, cheery morning scents. And so you're going to see those highlighted. Next is Morning. Morning look is all about the natural and the organics. And so through that, you're going to see 3 brand new warmers here. And this vintage teapot is a returning warmer. But a couple things about these warmers. This warmer here, another thing to write down, this comes in purple as well, but it's an element warmer at a premium price. So that means that you can get it in one of the combos, but as a premium warmer. And it's going to be listed in the very back and the fold out as a premium. And the reason that it's a premium is because of how much craftsmanship went into this one. If you haven't seen the video yet, you need to watch it. So every single one of these petals on this warmer is hand crafted by an artisan, and then she adds each petal on there, and then they fire it, and then she hand paints it. So it's absolutely amazing, and each one of these is truly unique. You are not getting something that is made once and then cast and then just made on an assembly line. Each one of these are handmade by someone, so they're all going to be a little bit different. So that's premium warmer. An element, of course, means that it does not have a bulb, and it has a heating element. And one question I always get is about the if that goes out. Just like every one of our products, they have a lifetime guarantee. So if something goes out on those and it's a manufacturer's defect, it's covered by a full warranty. Okay, this is that Madame Flower Butterfly Mint. And we have this one in yellow as well. It's a brand new warmer. This one is highlighted a couple of times in the catalog. It's anticipated to be a big seller too, the Cracklin' Rose. And another scent suggestion here. It's meant to be your emotional journey through the day. And this one is that bright and sunshiny suggestion for the morning, which is Fresh Cut Daisies. And this is still taking you through the morning. All of these warmers are all returning warmers This one here is a brand new warmer, and this one is also a brand new night light. And as you will notice in this catalog, they are not plugins anymore. They are now called night lights, which is a little bit more appropriate to how people use them. And also I think that it's more, it really helps us whenever we're talking, because it helps us be able to share how much of a safety bonus it is. So when you say night light, you know that you can leave that on and it's just as safe as you would leave on a regular night light. And so I think it helps in that case as well. So this one has that sort of farmhouse, mason jar, vintagey design motif to it. And so it's going to be really cutting edge and really popular as well. A couple of the new morning fragrances are that bamboo yuzu and that mystic magnolia, and several of our returning fragrances as well. Now we're going to move into the next, which is Midday. Midday is more of an escape. It's got enlivening, fruity, and fun scents, as well as warmers. And some of the scents that you're going to see in this section are going to have a lot of our scent trend for the season. And I'll talk about the scent trend in a minute. And our scent trend fragrance is coconut milk. So this coconut flower includes that coconut milk. Okay, so all of these warmers, these three here, you see are brand new warmers. We talked about how this one is made. So this purple one here, this one is a premium warmer and it's element and style. This is the yellow version of the mint that we saw earlier. And this bride is a popular warmer that is back. Okay. Next, we are still in Midday. This is going to be really popular warmer. This is an element warmer, still in elements style and an element cost. And this is in that popular sort of seafoam mint color that's really popular this year. This is also a brand new night light. And then the scent selections here that they have pulled out. And of course, these aren't all the scents. These are just suggested for those time of days to kind of take you through that journey. It's a different way of looking at the catalog. And so I'll show you next where those are all highlighted. Interesting note about this one is this, It's a Party is one of the only new warmers that are in the catalog for the very first time that is not highlighted. And the reason is because it was our July warmer of the month. And it's because July was our 10-year birthday as a company. Well, Scentsy has, because we have a lifetime guarantee, we have a very stringent quality control. And whenever they received these back from the manufacturer, they just didn't feel like the quality was there. So they made the hard decision to decide to not sell a warmer of the month for July. And so they went back to the manufacturer, they got it perfect, and now it's back this season. And so this one's a really fun birthday cake, and that's called It's a Party. So that's why you haven't seen that one before, but it's not also highlighted here. Okay, one note on this mossy oak. It'll have a little asterisk on the bottom and tell you right next to it. But this one, because it is a licensed print, you cannot use that in a combine and save. All right, so we're going to move to Dusk. Dusk is about storytelling, the ever-changing light, and so that's where you're going to see this amazing new Tiger's Eye warmer. Now, if you haven't seen how this one is made, you really have to watch that video because it's truly just jaw-dropping. It's absolutely gorgeous. So what they do is they take glass and they actually fire it, and then they have someone that's hand blowing it. So an artisan is hand blowing each and every one of these warmers. So they're all unique. And then they take their tools and they make specific designs in there that give it this swirl that's the Tiger's Eye glass motif that you see. Now this one is $55, and you can get it for 50% off using our Hostess Rewards. So it's a really great item to be able to sell a party on for a potential host. If they want that warmer and it's just really kind of looking at that price saying they don't know, just have them host a party. A simple $150 and they can get that for $27.50, which is what they pay for an element. So it's a great deal. A couple other things about this one. So this is actually an element warmer. So the element in it is what is heating the wax for the fragrance, and the LED light bulb that's inside is only for the light changing effect. So that changes from the blue to the purple and the green throughout, and it's the LED inside that's doing it. And the great thing is you never have to replace that LED. Isn't that cool? So they never have to change that bulb, and it's an element, so they never have to touch this one or have any replacement parts with it, which is really a really nice selling point, I think, to it. Okay, I think that's everything on that one. Oh, one other thing is whenever it's changing through the light, it almost makes this tiger's eye have a little bit of a swirling effect. So again, if you haven't seen that one in person, you have to check it out because you'll want to sell it to everyone if you do. Okay, oh, one more thing. So Bonfire Beach is the scent suggestion for dusk. I mean, how perfect is that? And it is a really good fragrance. I think it's going to be one of our new top selling fragrances of all time. Do y'all like that one? I think it's really cool. And I think it's really nice because men are going to like it just as much as women. Okay, so we're going through the rest of our dusk here, and a couple things I want to point out. So Mossy Oak, licensed print. You can't use this one in a combine and save. Also, the reason the travertine core is pulled out here is because there are, the 2-year-old again, there are there are 2 different cores that you can use on the silhouette warmer. The etched core, which is featured here, as well as this travertine core. So it's pulling that out because it's already featured here. So on the fold-out page, you'll see all of the wraps that they can choose for that one. Now, Hardwood is a brand new warmer that is featured here. All right, we are moving on to Dream. Now on the Dream page, it's exciting because we have Chasing Fireflies is back. Now, if you weren't with us last September, you didn't have the privilege to see the amazingness of this warmer and how popular it was. So this warmer is our best-selling warmer of all time in only 1 day of sales. So on September the 1st, the first date was available, we sold out. We sold 40,000 of these warmers before the day was done. And so they decided to turn off the sales of it because they were already going to be months behind on getting all those back orders in for the entire month. And so the first time we've been able to order this since September will be April the 1st. So mark that down. We can't order that now. It's not even available on your website to order it yet, but on April 1st, you can place orders for that. One other note on that, if you are brand new, is that it has this sort of minty turquoise color to it when it's turned off. And when you turn it on, it's a glowing warmer, so the glow comes all the way through. And so it sort of changes the color to just like a glowing kind of yellow color. Okay, let's see. All right, next is, we're still into our Dream section. This is the No Place Like Home. This is a returning warmer, but a really popular warmer that was brand new last season. Now you'll notice that Charmer is back. Now Charmer was our warmer of the month for January, and it was really popular, and so we have brought it back here. There's a couple of notes I want to make on that for you. Sorry. Okay. So you will have the option to get the clear beach class as well as the red hearts whenever you place an order for this one. But you don't even have to use those if you don't want to. So what you can do instead is just not put those in there. And then how this works is there's a core, and then the outside glass of the warmer, there's about 1 inch in between there. And so you can put whatever you want down in between that. Now, there are some people that put like Legos down in there to make it for a boys' room. You can put a family photo down in there. I've seen shells be put in there, sand put in there from trips. So there is a ton of things that you can do with this warmer. And actually on our team photo albums, there is a whole photo album dedicated to photos of ideas that you can use. Now what I like about this one is that In that case where you're at a party and someone asks you for something like an NFL warmer, we don't have it, what you can do instead of saying no is that we don't have it, but you can customize this warmer. So they could print out a Dallas Cowboys logo, for example, or whatever it is they wanted to do, and just simply stick it right down in there, and they have a custom Dallas Cowboys warmer, for example. We have seen some other licensed products. As consultants, we can't be the ones that print that and sell it that way for them, but if a customer chooses to print that off or buy something and put it in there, they could totally do that. And I've seen the beach glass be used with the Frozen theme, and that one is really popular for little girls' rooms. So keep that in mind when somebody asks you for something that we don't have. This is a way to make a custom warmer for them. Okay, so now we're going to talk about scents. Now, the first thing we have here is scent trend. Okay, so what scent trend is every catalog season, there is a new scent trend, and it is a scent that is really on trend for the season. It's what our fragrance experts have seen to be and expect to be something that's going to be really trendy. And so what they have done is they have included our scent trend, which is coconut milk, into lots of our fragrances for this season. So you're going to see that, and you will see that little scent trend logo throughout the catalog, and I'll kind of point those out so you know which ones include that coconut milk. Now this is brand new, where it has $5 each. We are so used to selling the 3 and 6 packs of bars that we've never had it actually called out just individual bars, so that's something that's new. Here are our fragrance collections, and they're a little bit different. So this time, instead of favorites, they are called classics. So we truly have classics that have been around forever, like our Welcome Home and our Sweet Pea and Vanilla and our Clean Breeze. But we also have a few that have made its way into our classics for the first time this season, including Thunderstorm, Pumpkin Roll, Cinnamon Vanilla, as well as, I think, and Cider Milk. Those are the ones that have been initiated into the classics category for the first time this season. So if a customer is looking for them in, say, the spring and the summer, where Thunderstorm used to be, that's good to know, because then you can remember that they have moved to a different category versus just not being here. Okay, this is a brand new catalog, or a brand new category, and this is our new releases. So instead of having to go through and kind of flip and see which ones are new, they are all in one category. So you've got 15 brand new fragrances. You'll see at the very bottom the picture of that scent trend logo, if that has the coconut milk in it. And also right underneath the fragrance, you will see a very quick reference tool to if that fragrance comes in our on-the-go products. So for example, this Blonde Wood and Moonflower comes in the bar, room spray, and a circle. So it means it doesn't come in the scent pack. It doesn't come in the travel tin. So that's a really quick reference tool for you. And we also have a fragrance grid on the back as well. Now this Bamboo Yuzu and this Dark Harbor are both really clean fragrances. If somebody asks for that, a lot of times people ask me for things that have cinnamon in it and for things that are kind of clean. And so those are a couple I just wanted to call out. Now Vanilla Suede was one of my very favorites, so I was sad to see it go. And if you have customers who are sad to see it go too, I feel like Sedona Sunset is going to be the closest to that fragrance. Even though it has jasmine in it, which I am not particularly fond of, it's a very light note in it. Okay, oh, and one other thing about those new releases is I feel like this season they are really much more high-end. They're more complex. The names are much sexier. They are just, they smell like a boutique fragrance. They're very special this season, so I'm really excited about them. Okay, so our spring and our summer scents are where we are next. Now, a lot of these, well, all of these have come back from previous catalogs, but I wanted to note the couple that were brand new last spring and summer that have been brought back again. So you just know that. Bora Bora Blossom, Lemon Verbena, nashi nectar, watermelon mint, pineapple sorbet, and Polynesian dreams are all back from last season. So people that loved those that weren't sure if they were coming back, we're excited to see them. Okay, Corner Cafe. Now, Corner Cafe, a couple things I wanted to note on this one. I'm going to itch my nose. Is that okay? I had terrible allergies today. Okay, so on Corner Cafe, this sticky cinnamon bun, if somebody asks you for a cinnamon fragrance, if they're sad that fall and winter is over, this is one of the ones that I recommend first. I don't like the food ones as much for me, but this one just smells like a really strong cinnamon, and so I suggest this one. Vanilla bean buttercream is a really good replacement for happy birthday if somebody is sad about that one being gone. And that one was a scent of the month last fall that has made the permanent catalog. It's going to be a really popular fragrance and probably stick around for a long time. This is our romance section. Now there's 3 of these that used to be in our favorite selection that have moved over. So people have been used to Luna being in favorites forever and ever, and they may freak out on you because it's a top 10 bestseller of all time. So is Satin Sheets. So I just want to call that out so you remember to let them know that it's just moved category. So Luna, Satin Sheets, and Sugar were all in favorites, and they are now in romance. Scentsy Man, Mystery Man is one I wanted to call out for you. That was a scent of the month, and it is now a permanent fragrance. In our spas, Ocean used to be a favorite, and it is now in spa. And Rosemary Mint was brand new last spring and summer and has now made its way to the catalog into spa. And then Bamboo Yazoo. That is one that is in our new releases, but when people ask for the spa fragrances, that's something that I'm going to make sure to call out. I may even move that eventually out of new releases when I'm setting up my table display into spa, just so there's a lot of people that just want those clean spa fragrances. That way they don't forget that one because it's a good one. Okay, this part of the catalog is also set up much differently than before. We used to have a whole section on the go products, listing those, and our body care, and that is not the case anymore. We actually only have those listed on the back section, which I'll show you in a moment. But what we do have is laundry care featured right here in the middle. It is one of our fastest growing collections, and if you have tried those washer whiffs, you understand why. They are quite addicting and absolutely wonderful. Now we do have Jet Set Go as a brand new fragrance for us this time around. And also, Vanilla Suede is no longer in this laundry collection. So that is 2 differences. We still have our liquid, our whiffs, and our dryer disc, and the 2 different sizes in our washer whiffs. Now, the washer whiffs tub is a lot better of a value. It's 48 ounces for 30 versus 16 ounces for 12. So I always try to tell my customer that they're going to love them and they're going to really wish they had that tub. A couple other things I wanted to note on that is that I have started giving out almost exclusively washer whiffs as samples instead of wax. The reason being is I can get about 5 seconds longer with a customer when I hand it to them. So how our conversation sort of goes is, and I may have met them at the grocery store, or I may have stopped and told her that her purse is cute, or that her kid was, you know, adorable, and asked how old they were. Just start a little conversation. And then as I'm walking away, I'm like, oh, you know, actually, I have some new samples. Would you like one? It's a Scentsy sample, whatever. And I give it to them. And what will happen when you give them a wax sample is they'll say, oh, okay, thanks. And they'll start walking away because without even looking at it, they know exactly what you're giving them. But what happens every time is that you give them that and they feel those granules and they look at it like, this isn't Scentsy, or what is this? And so every time they kind of look at you like this, and that gives you the end to say, oh, those are our washer whiffs. Have you not tried those? They'll say, no, for the most part. You say, oh my gosh, it's my favorite thing ever, because it is. They are amazing. And this is the Sun-Kissed Citrus. You just put it in with your wash and it makes your clothes smell like great. And they say, oh, that's really cool. I say, yeah, my favorite is the black raspberry vanilla. I actually have a few of those samples at home. Do you want me to send you one of those too? And they'll say, yeah, that sounds really good. I'm like, okay, well, let me just add you on Facebook real quick. What's your name? Oh, Mary Jones. Okay, well, I'll add you on Facebook. I know you got to go, so I'll let you go, but it was good to talk with you. I hope you enjoy the sample, and bye, little Jimmy, or whatever his name is. So this kind of had a typical conversation goes. But it does give me that extra 5 seconds with them that can really make a difference of getting their information. And I like to get their information by asking for their Facebook so I can friend request them. And the great thing about that is, one, it doesn't seem as intrusive as giving them giving you your address or you writing down information. It doesn't take any time for them. You literally can get their name and you don't even have to do it right there. And she can say Mary Jones and you're like, okay, I'll add you on Facebook, and you're not doing it right there. So it doesn't seem intrusive. Plus, you're adding them to Facebook. So if you are marketing yourself regularly and consistently on your Facebook page, then people are going to, that you've added to that, are going to see that, and they're going to be open to you talking to them about the business opportunity or hosting a party or whatnot, or play your games, and you can kind of start creating that relationship that is so important in this business. Okay, so what time are we? 8:40. We're doing fine. Okay, so the fragrance grids. These were brand new last catalog season, and we have absolutely loved having it, so I'm glad they brought them back. This is the Scentsy bars and on-the-go products, and it is literally a grid showing you what fragrances we carry in each one of these products. This grid and these fragrances are all in alphabetical order. So if somebody says, hey, is that Perfectly Pomegranate come in the scent pack? Then it's going to take you about this long, because you know it's in alphabetical order. That's the scent pack to say, yep, sure is. And if you have tagged and flagged your catalogs like this, it's going to take you just a second to get to that information. Now we have the same thing here on the next page for our laundry care and for our bath and body as well. Okay, next is our charity cause warmer. Now every season we change the charity that we do a cause warmer for, that we're donating money to, and it's usually $7 per warmer that we're donating to the organization. Well, this time around we have decided to stick with the National Breast Cancer Foundation for 2 catalogs in a row. And it's because it's selling incredibly well and we are doing so much good. So Scentsy has raised over $2 million for charities that fund breast cancer research. And that's in only 2 seasons of selling these warmers and giving $7 back each. And one note on that is that it cannot be used in our Hostess rewards or in our combined and safe packages. And that's because that would take down the amount that we are able to donate back to the foundation. And so when you explain that to people and they're buying this warmer, they know what the cost is for. And so they're always okay with that. But just a note. Okay. Next is our buddies. Now, if you've noticed before, we have had pictures of actual buddies on this page, and then people have the catalog and they get really excited to get, say, the turtle buddy, and then we have to say that it's no longer available. So this is just the kind of character cartoon pictures that are really great, and it says really large here, it's while supplies last, and explains the whole process here. So before you have a home party, you want to make sure that you know, or a Facebook party, what buddies are available. And we talked about what which ones are available currently, but I wanted to let you know the reason behind this limited edition sort of strategy. So about a year ago, this was sort of a floundering category for us. So instead of deciding to just do away with buddies, because they know that there is a niche that really loves these, is they decided to change their strategy. And the strategy was, instead of offering 5, 7 buddies at a time, that they would offer 2 at a time that would be a limited edition and they would become collector's items. So far to date, we've had 42 buddies, and they are selling now better than they've ever sold before. And just a quick note, if you are in Australia, for some reason, all Australians absolutely love these buddies. They can't get enough. Our last buddy, Lulu, sold out in 23 days, and we are narrowing in on that time frame with Lulu. So we feel, or with Bunny the Bear, so we feel like that one will probably go pretty quickly. And Orville did mention that they are going to probably start going that quickly. So I would anticipate less than a month for each of these to be available. So we should be able to see several new buddies this summer. One thing to note is to always try to remember to get the scent for the scent pack that comes free with the buddies. For some reason, that's something I always forget to do. So don't forget to do that. Next is our Major League Baseball collection. We have licensed with the entire league. So we are licensed to sell warmers for every single team. So if you don't see your team here, it's not because we don't sell it. It's because it's going to be available to us at some surprise time. So that's exciting because as consultants, that's going to give us a really good opportunity one day when they let us know that the Texas Rangers warmer is available to have something new and exciting to share with our customers. So if you have someone that says, oh, I'd really like a Texas Rangers one or whatnot, make sure you make a list of those, because then you can be the very first one to contact them as soon as that becomes available. A couple things about these. These are element warmers. These are the largest element warmers we've ever had. The top stays on this warmer, and these are large. They are the size of a real baseball hat. So they are a really large warmer as well. And they are available starting on April the 1st to purchase. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about, and these can't be on the Combine and Save either, because a portion of those proceeds go back to Major League Baseball, so we aren't able to discount those licensed products. And we aren't able to use these in Hostess Rewards either, because a portion of these campus collection warmers go back to the schools. So far, we've donated over $2 million back to these schools. And this season, we have 28 different teams that you can choose from for these warmers. You cannot get these frames. They're magnetic frames that attach onto these warmers. You can't buy the frames separately. They have to be purchased with this warmer. And there are several other warmer styles you can choose from that's going to be on that fold-out page in the back. This is giving you an overview of all the little symbols that you are going to see beside each of the warmers, including the LED, meaning that it's going to change these colors, hand painted finish, hand painted and reactive glaze. That means that it's not going to be perfectly painted because it's hand painted, and reactive glaze means the coloring can be a little bit different depending on which warmer you get. This is crackle finish. Glow means that it's going to glow all the way through the warmer, like that change in Fireflies. And again, reactive glaze means that the coloring can be quite a bit different. Okay, this is the page you'll want to always remember, that page 50. And this time is a little bit different because we have both combo pages right here together, and they're much more simplified. Now, they're real photos here, but of course, they can choose any of the warmers in those categories. These are just examples of what they could use. So, night lights here. Don't forget that that's what those night lights are for. This one is new that we've added, is that lampshade collection. It wasn't in the last catalog. It was available, but it wasn't listed, so that is going to be new. I also want to note that these Scentsy systems here, you only save $1, but the reason that they're listed here is because these are special for our hostesses, because they can use one of their half-off items on these bundles, so they can get more items for half off for hosting. So it's a hostess incentive here, so treat it like that. Okay. I think that's everything in this page. It's really simple this time around. I don't think they could make it any more simple for us. So that is great, especially for all of the new consultants. Okay, this is our layers and on the go combine and save. Again, a lot more simplistic this time around. It's really easy. These are all of our 3-packs, which all will save you $1. Another Hostess sort of incentive, just a little bit of savings. These are all of our 6-packs. All of the 6-packs are buy 5 and you get 1 for free. So the savings is going to be how much each of those items are individually, because you're going to get 1 for free. This includes all of those on-the-go products, as well as or all the on-the-go products, but it does not include the laundry collection. So laundry collection comes in the 3-packs, but not the 6-packs. And then we have laundry, love, shower saver, and our scent sampler packs down here. This page is beautiful, is it not? So what I love about this is that when I'm talking to people about hosting a party, I always talk in examples. I always say, for example, my hostesses on average have a $500 party. Here's the example here. And in a $500 party, they're going to get $75 in free product and 3 half-off items. I don't have to figure that in my head because it's the example that I always use, so I just always remember that. And so that's the example that I would suggest that you use, because it's already listed right here with a photo of some specific ideas of what all they get with that. So these are some beautiful selection, and they probably figured it out to where it was the absolutely most, sorry, it's a dog down here. They figured out exactly how you could get the very most for your money. And it's just a beautiful display as well. So this is a really good reference tool when you're talking to hostesses to show them visually what they can get. Okay. This Scentsy Spirit page is all about our incentive trips. So it's talking about our incentive trips and the Scentsy Spirit. This Discover Scentsy video is actually the video that I shared not long ago, and I'm dancing in Greece on it, and it's a really cool video. So it's a really fun one to share. Okay, this is our join page. This gives a really nice overview of what comes in your kit. And then we have this really cool brand new feature, which is our fold out. Okay, now on the fold out, you are going to see these are categorized by prices and collections. So you're going to see lampshade collection. One note is that because it's called out over here, this parlor is way over here, so it's not listed here. The next section on the top is that silhouette collection. So it's all of the wraps that you can choose to go with your Etched core or your travertine core. Then we have the shadow collection. They cannot be interchanged with the silhouette wraps because these are inserts and they go inside the warmer. Next is your premium warmers. These are not priced based on size. They are based on craftsmanship. And you can see what the size are right underneath. It says 6 inches tall versus our larger ones, which is 8.5 tall on our lampshade. Also right underneath, it has the light bulb size. So you never have to wonder what size a light bulb is. It says it right underneath. Again, you're going to have the asterisks for the things that cannot be used and are combined and saved. So just a very quick reference. Now, all of these warmers are not featured inside the catalog. So you can also take, say, an iPad with you or a computer with you to your parties to be able to be able to see the larger photos of some of those if you want. Okay, and then on the back of this, you're going to see that campus collection and the Major League Baseball collection. And the first time that you'll see the section for our layers and on the go. So because those aren't huge categories, they're not wasting precious inventory space inside the catalog. Instead, they are calling it out right on the back. That's also where they have our accessories, including the bulbs and our warmer stands. Okay, and then the very back of the catalog, make sure you are always labeling it. And one other cool thing you can do is add a big label and add your story. People love your story and they want to hear it, so that's something that you can do. Okay, now I've used up just about all of your time. So what we are going to do is we are going to end the call for tonight, and then we are going to start a Scentsy 101 thread on our team page for all of our brand new consultants to answer your questions and to help with anything that you need. And I'm going to be giving some specific tips on marketing, recruiting, booking parties. And so I know that your sponsor is going to be the one that's answering all of your questions for all the technical stuff and what shooting star is or whatnot. But this is going to be a little bit more in depth of things you can do to book parties and things you can do for recruiting or whatnot. So stay tuned for that thread to start. And we're going to actually do it right on the March team meeting event page versus on our main feed on the team page. So be watching for that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a little bit about the new catalog and are excited to sell these amazing warmers and scents of the season. It's truly the best we've ever had, and I'm really excited, and I hope you are just as excited to not only sell it and to tell everyone about it, but also share this amazing business opportunity that we have right at our fingertips. I started this only a couple years ago. I didn't expect to be where I am today, and many of us don't start off expecting that we're going to be directors with the company. So I was where all of you are at one point in the last couple of years in my career. So I believe in each and every one of you, and know that wherever you want to be in your business, however successful you want to be, that we are 100% here to support you and help you in every way possible. And just know that that is my job, and favorite part of my job is to see all of your successes. That's truly what makes it all worth it for me. So I'm your biggest fan. Thank you so much for coming tonight and spending your Monday night with me, and we'll talk soon. Okay, see you over on the team page. Bye.